5 weeks. We've been here at the Evergreen site at the city of Houston. And what we've been doing is we've been going through all of these bricks that you see behind me and separating the ones that are historically date to the time period that the community of Freedmen's Town would have purchased bricks, and separating them from what these immediate ones are behind me, which are like historic replicas that the city purchased at a different time period. So going through that process where we spent the first 2 weeks of manually separating brick by brick out which ones are historic versus which ones were the replicas. And then around week 2, what we started to then do was wash all of the historic bricks. And that's a pretty extensive process where we've taken an industrial power washer, which is heated, and steamed all of the bricks and treated the bricks to basically get the asphalt and any contaminants that were on the bricks off to the best of our ability. There's some contaminants such as tar that we can't completely remove, but if you look at the bricks, you'll see completely night and day from what it looked like before to what it is now. In addition to that, we've been accurately and kind of correctly palletizing the bricks and going through the process, which is next, of strapping them down so that they can be moved from this location to another location until they're going to be placed back into the streets. And so this has been a very long process, as you can imagine. We're now in week 6, where we think by the end of this week we will have completely accomplished our goal of separating out the historic bricks from the replicas, but also having them completely washed and palletized as well. So we weren't really sure how many bricks. I think what we came out with is a vision of one thing. And I think once we got into the trenches and really started moving bricks and recognizing how many, it's been a learning process. In addition to that, we've had to really identify, because there's some other historic bricks that are from Mexico, other parts of the country which aren't part of the Freedmen's Town process that we've had to separate out. So it's been quite tedious. Quite enjoyable, a learning experience. The interns that we've had the whole time have learned a great deal about bricks, I think more than they ever expected. But the next process for us is just palletizing and then moving them back to where the community wants the bricks. So on the other side of this wall of bricks, you'll see rows and rows of bricks that date back to that time period. We know the community really cared about the bricks. They really wanted this process to get done. This has been one in which having Sharonda out here has really been great to tell the story, to keep folks motivated, to have interns who heard the story and in the same kind of fervor and passion have been out here day in and day out to help us get this done and have been committed to this process has been amazing. So I think it's very important that the community know that the message was heard. This is being done as a project of care, and that we're hoping once it's all done, this is something that they'll be excited about, but also proud.